and welcome to the video for your February Curbside kit. This is the week of Valentine's Day, and so I hope that you are feeling so loved. I am so glad that we were able to provide a few extra special self-care treats in your kit. And when you go to unwrap the vase component, which is inside the box, be careful as you do so. The pieces are glass and they are very thin and delicate. Inside your kit, you're gonna have three pink glass containers and a mirror. They're meant to display together, but what I really like to do is sprinkle small arrangements around my house. It's something that guests comment on that they really like when they come over to my house. I think having a little touch of something fresh in every room or in little nooks and corners of your house is just so inviting, and it just there's something about it that just feels really fresh and inspirational for me. So you can, if you don't want to display it on your mirror, you could always hot glue gun some really pretty ribbon, like some burlap maybe. Maybe you could find something to decorate your mirror with your hot glue gun, and you could just hang it on a wall or at your office. These little vases are super cute for a desk or for your bathroom or for your nightstand. And so the focus is a tiny arrangement for the month of February because several of you are going to receive probably the traditional Valentine's Day bouquet. And so I wanted to select some items that I felt fairly confident probably weren't going to be in your Valentine's Day bouquets, and also give you smaller scaled items so that it wouldn't compete with any gifts that you might receive this month. Also, it's nice because sometimes when you receive a big bouquet, everything doesn't perish all at once. And so sometimes you're left with a couple stems that look really great, and then the rest of it's not so great. And then you you just chuck the whole thing away. But really, when you have a cute little collection of miniature kind of vases, then you can keep those stems for a few more days and continue to enjoy them. So in this month's kit, you are going to find some really pretty pink and white ranunculus. You're going to find some really pretty blush to white toned, they're more of a petite tulip. You're going to find some really pretty silver dollar eucalyptus branches. You're going to have a couple of pieces of hyacinth that's not quite opened up already. That is a spring bulb, and so these are just starting to come in, and you'll notice that those have an amazing smell as they warm up. And then you're gonna have some really pretty pink stalk, and so some of it's gonna look like it's little buds, and some of it's opened up, and so you're gonna receive it. I like to process all of my flowers down, get them cleaned up, get them ready to work with, get them separated, and then I also process the rest of my stems. I cleaned them up and I've left them tall because you're gonna have more than you need for your two tiny vases in this kit. Sun Valley Farms was very generous to us this time around, and they gave me kind of some extra bonus flowers. The floral shops had already come in and done their shopping, and so they extended a pretty generous offer for our group this month. So let's get started. Your candle is a floating candle, and so the shorter one you can fill up with water, and you'll notice that when you put that on the mirror, it is really pretty. It really reflects around. All these faceted components of this set are just gorgeous, or you can separate them and put them around in your house. So you've got a floating candle that you can use, and go ahead and fill up the other two little vases with some cold water, and then there's kind of a little bit of a recipe for making the tiny arrangements. And what I like to do is take a couple of pieces of the greenery. You know, it kind of depends on what you have. I think sometimes it's just nice to have 2 or 3 just little flowers, but if you happen to have a couple pieces of greenery that look pretty good, you can go ahead and use them. And then a couple of pieces of what I kind of call like a secondary piece. It's more of like a filler is what they refer to it as in the floral industry. And so your pink with the little tiny flowers, that's more of a filler, and so you can grab a couple of pieces of those, and I just pinch them together like this and kind of hold them until it's time to cut them. And then what I like to do is pick one stem of something, you know, just something unique, something that maybe has a neat texture. And I think right now that hyacinth in your bundle has a really pretty texture to it because it hasn't opened up yet. And then one, what we would call your showstopper flower. So you can grab one of your ranunculuses and you just sort of pinch that together like that. And then what you're going to do, I measure my stems. I just bring the vase to the edge of my countertop and I kind of hold it against it. And then I move up a little bit and then I give it a little snip. And then you can just snug this down into the vase of water. Make sure that the stems are in the water before you finish your tiny arrangement. And so that is just so sweet and so pretty, and I just really enjoy the tiny little arrangements. And so then what you're going to do is you're just basically going to repeat that, but maybe you want to go with a different component for the second part. So maybe just like one piece of the silver dollar eucalyptus. And then this time I think I'll select one of my pretty tulips. And so you just kind of hold them up, and I think I'll add one sprig of the filler. It's a big sprig. Come in behind. Just make a cute cluster. You can kind of play with it until it's sort of exactly the way you would like. And it's always a good idea to clear off anything that might be below the water line. That will prolong the life of your arrangements. And so you can see that that's pretty cute. I'm just going to add, I have plenty of it. That's the nice part about taking a bunch and processing down off of it little pieces, because you sure can spread one bundle of flowers out around your house in a pretty significant way. You can get a lot of coverage in your house if you're wanting to make quite a few of them, or for like a little party, like a bridal shower or maybe a baby shower. You don't have to have a lot of flowers. You just have to have the right size container or vessel for it. And I think that that makes a really pretty little statement, especially as soon as this tulip opens, which, you know, it's cold. Got them straight from the farm this morning. And so as soon as that opens up, that's going to be really pretty. And I just, you could just set them onto your glass tray. And as you can see, that's pretty. I'm not sure if I can move it closer for you to see. There you go. And so you can put that on a table, or you can space them out in your house however you would like. And then what you can do is you can move on. So as you can see, I still have a lot of flowers to work with from this kit. And so I'm going to be recycling the magnolia vase from the last time we went out to Redwood Roots Farm in the summer. It was one of the summer kits from last year. And these types of taller, skinnier vases are great to make taller arrangements with. And so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to grab a couple of sprigs of my stock filler. Those are really pretty. And I think I'm just going to grab this beautiful pink ranunculus. Be gentle with the ranunculus. They are very delicate. And I love to showcase the ones that aren't open. I think that adds a really pretty texture to your piece. And so then, same thing, bring it to the edge, gauge where you're going to trim your flowers, clear off anything that's going to be below the water line, just pull that off, and then just slide those in. As you can see, that's a really pretty simple little tiny arrangement for your house. And then next, I have this little vessel that I'm going to have in my living room this week. And so I think for this one, what I would like to do is take a few pieces of the filler and my other hyacinth bud, and then maybe one of these white ranunculus, one of the littler ones. The scale of these I chose specifically for this class because I knew it was going to be a smaller set of vessels for you to use. And so as you can see, I still have so many flowers left, and I've already made so many cute little arrangements for my house. I'm going to put a piece of greenery with that one since I have so much of it. And just slide that into the vase. use a hyacinth that's kind of thick. You can adjust them a little more once you get them into the vase. Just set that aside. And so I'm just going to keep on making little tiny arrangements to sprinkle around my house. I hope that that continues to bring you joy through the rest of the week. If you have any questions, feel free to post them in the comments below the video in our group, and I would be more than happy to address those questions for you. If you want to take the remainder of your flowers, or if you want to take all of your flowers and make a big, beautiful arrangement, just one arrangement, and then as they die off, if you want to then pull out the little pink vessels, that would be a fun idea as well. Again, they're your flowers, it's your kit. I just want you to enjoy them, and I hope that you feel blessed and loved for the remainder of this weekend. Okay guys, bye for now.